Hi, my name is Stacy and I am the teacher.
My name is Kirsten and I am the athlete.
PE games, small group, secondary. Picture of Bell playground ball, artist's figurine.
We're going to talk about two different group games in PE for small groups. This video will specifically be for middle school and high school age students. The concepts that we will discuss in the video can be applied to any small group game or activity. We're going to first talk about circuit workouts. Circuit workouts are a great way for students to engage in a variety of physical activity in a very accessible format. When you start your circuit workout, make sure that when you're teaching the different exercises, that you're using different ways to teach them. So I'm going to teach Kirsten how to do the sumo squat first by using the artist figurine. So Kirsten, in front of me in front of both of us, we have the artist figurine. And when you do a sumo squat, your feet are wider than shoulder width apart. And so if you feel right now, you have one hand on the foot and then the other up by the shoulders. So you'll notice that the knees are pointed out with your feet at a slight 40-degree angle away from your body. And so our legs are wider than shoulder width apart, feet at a 45-degree angle, pointed out. Now we're going to go up towards the chest area. We're going to put our hands on our hips today. So you can gently rest your hands on your hips. If you'd like, you can also put them, I call them like the praying mantis position. You can put your hands in front of you together.
Be patient. It may take several attempts for the athlete to progress in the skill.
To start, so Kirsten, right now your feet are together. Let's bring our feet out wider than shoulder width apart. So when we're doing a sumo squat, we want to make sure that our shoulders aren't slumped forward. So we want to have a nice, good posture. So nice, good, strong chest. Some people like to squeeze their shoulder blades together. Oh, great. Now, would you prefer your hands on your hips or in front of you?
I like my hands on my hips.
Perfect. So when we sit back in a squat, you're going to sit back like you're sitting on a chair. And you want to go so that your hip lines up with your knees as best you can. Now, if that's too low, you can also bring that up a little bit.
Can I feel that on you using tactile modeling?
Yes, you can. Okay, so my hip is right here and my knee is right here. So when I squat down, I'm going to have it so that my hip goes as far as it can with the knee. Good. And then I'm going to come back up.
Okay.
So I'm going to go down again while not looking at you so I have better form. So my chest is up. I'm going to sit back, hold it, and then come back up.
Okay.
Good. All right, why don't you try? Very nice. And as you're coming up, a great way to make sure that you keep that good posture and chest up is you're going to push through your heels up and then squeeze your glutes at the top. Now that we showed you the sumo squat, we're actually going to string together 3 different movements to create a circuit. There's a lot of different ways you can do a circuit workout. You can do it by 30 seconds of music. You can do it by number of repetitions. What we're going to do is we're going to do 5 squats, then 5 push-ups, and then 5 sit-ups. If you're interested in learning how to teach push-ups or sit-ups to someone who's blind or visually impaired, you can look at our fitness skills playlist on our YouTube channel.
Circuit workout. Kirsten is doing push-ups on the ground.
Right now, Kirsten has her own yoga mat, so she was oriented to that space. Really nice, Kirsten. Try not to let that belly dip too much. Good.
Kirsten is doing sit-ups on the ground, and Stacy is holding her feet.
All right, and let's end with those sumo squats. I'll hold the mat so it doesn't move too much. Nice chest up, squeeze through the glutes.
Kirsten is doing squats on the yoga mat.
Really nice job.
Be patient. It may take several attempts for the athlete to progress in the skill.
So that's how we piece together circuits. The most important part of making a circuit accessible is ensuring that you are doing that pre-teaching. So orienting to a space, orienting to the specific movements, and then also orienting to whatever music or beat you're gonna do or how many reps or counts. So just do that pre-teaching piece to make sure the circuit's accessible.
Wall ball.
And now we're going to talk about the game of wall ball in PE. The first thing I'm going to do is actually grab our tactile map because I want to talk about how we'll orient to the game of wall ball. So in wall ball, you want to make sure first that you have kind of a tactile boundary or orientation to the court. So we have 2 lines where the wall is, and then we have 2 squares that represent the 2 players. And then there's a little circle that is the ball that we're going to be playing with. How wall ball starts is player 1 is going to have the ball, and they're going to hit it. So it can be an underhand hit or an overhand hit on the wall. You want the ball, to be high enough so it hits the wall, and then when it comes back, it bounces, and the opposing player needs to hit it back on the wall. Now, a few good ways to play this game so that it's more accessible is that you can have the ball hit twice on the ground or bounce twice on the ground, giving the player who's visually impaired more time to orient the ball to get it back to the opponent.
Use a variety of equipment to make the skill accessible for the athlete.
For wall ball, to again make it accessible, you want to have a ball that has bells in it or has an audio sound to it. So Kirsten, I'm going to hand you the ball that we're going to be using for wall ball, which is a nice sturdy playground bell ball with bells in it. And can you bounce it for me? Great. So as you'll see, this ball has a really nice solid bounce and you can hear it really well. Additionally, you should designate one player in the game to be narrating the game or describing what's happening at all times so that your student with a visual impairment can be engaged in play and also be competing at a level of their peers. Kirsten, are you ready to play some wall ball?
Yes.
Awesome. Let's go.
Kirsten and Stacy are standing facing the wall.
I'm going to start. We will allow 2 bounces.
Stacy drops the ball to the ground and hits it toward the wall. The ball bounces off the wall and Kirsten hits it back. They continue to hit the ball back and forth against the wall. Be patient. It may take several attempts for the athlete to progress in the skill.
And so that was an overview of small group games for middle and high school students. With good communication and accessible equipment, all small group games can be accessible for all students.
For more, visit the Sports Adaptations page at www.nwaba.org. Thank you for watching. Slide of NWABA logo.